What is a board game expansion? I'm Sarah with the Adventure Squad, and today I'm going to give you some quick information in regards to board game expansions. An expansion could include more maps, characters, cards, new objectives, or any number of things, depending on what the game is. It's important to note that most expansions cannot be played by themselves, and usually you have to have the base game in order to play an expansion. Now, I have heard some people use the term standalone expansion, but to me, that's contradictory because in order to play an expansion, typically you need the base game. There aren't really standalone expansions because if it stands alone by itself, technically it's a different game. While it might be a similar game or a part of a series of the game, it's still kind of a separate game. So I try not to use the term standalone expansion because that's very misleading to people when they're trying to figure out if it's a standalone game or an expansion to a game where they need the base game to play it. Recently, we had a friend who wanted to get us a board game as a gift, and she happened across an expansion that looked really cool, but she didn't realize it was an expansion. And so we had to explain to her what expansions were and kind of what some of the terms or wording you would look for if you're looking at a game or an expansion online. So if you're looking at an expansion, they should use the wording that it cannot be played without the base game. It should also say the word expansion, which should be a hint to the reader or whoever's looking at it that it cannot be played by itself. This can be difficult when you're looking at postings online, whether it's through Amazon or things that people are posting if they're selling their board games or things like that. The title might mislead you into thinking that it's a complete game, when in reality, it's an expansion to a game. So just make sure you're reading through all of the description and not just the title when you're buying something, just to make sure that you can play it as a full game and it's not just an expansion to another game. So that's just some quick information in regards to what an expansion actually is for a board game and some things to look for if you're looking for a game or an expansion online. Make sure you're looking at the whole description and everything regarding the post to see if it has the words expansion or cannot be played without the base game. Those words are your clues as to whether or not this is going to be an expansion or a base game. If you guys got value out of this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the Adventure Squad down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, get your game on.